What's up, everybody? And welcome to Moments with the Mobleys. I am your man, Johnnie Mobley Jr.
And I'm his wife, Deirdra Mobley.
And we something like an ordinary couple, y'all.
With extraordinary purpose. Greetings, salutations, accolades, and blessings.
Booyah.
Booyah. Happy
yeah.
day, oh happy day. Happy day. It's a happy day.
I was going for something a little jazzier, but
it's what?
we'll go with happy day.
It's a new day.
After booyah, you looking to say something hard, like yeah or something. You was like, what you say?
What was that song I kept singing like a couple days back?
No, I don't want.
Well, you ain't gonna get it because I can't remember it.
Well, ever I ain't never been with a baddie. She called through her hat and the girl smacked him. Remember that? And that girl hit him with the... What you're on here talking about this baddie all the time. You need to stop talking about this baddie. I'm his baddie.
I digress because I've never seen that one.
You have. Because I showed
on TikTok?
To you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe.
I've showed it to you.
Okay, sure. I guess I saw it because you showed it to me.
Anyway, how was your day? Because you finna make me say some words to you.
I want you to say some words to me.
Ain't gonna be what you think.
My day was long because we literally have not really slept well since.
It's been a little tough.
Since Saturday night.
And then getting up going to the gym at 4:00 it's gonna be okay.
I bless the Lord, yeah, because it's gonna be a good night's sleep tonight. It's gonna be a good night's sleep tonight. It really is.
And she talking about going a couple of rounds, so I'm gonna see what she talking about. She said a couple of rounds.
I'm gonna take me some melatonin though when I get finished. When we get finished recording.
That ain't gonna help with the rounds.
It is gonna help with the rounds.
All right. Set something up if you want to. You go wake up discombobulated with your clothes in different places.
You say I'm gonna do what now?
Wake up with your clothes discombobulated in the morning.
Well, call it what you like.
Okay then. All right, melatonin. Let me help you.
Where's my stuff? I'm looking for my stuff.
What stuff?
Okay, I got it. You all right?
I am a little tired. Got a little stuffy nose. I be paranoid. I be thinking with this mustache and this head and this nose and all. I be thinking, have me thinking something in my nose.
You be thinking you got a little some critters.
Something happening.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm thinking there'll be. I be trying to shave it, but I don't think I'm gonna ever get used to.
You okay?
I know.
I will tell you.
I don't like that.
I thought you trimmed it.
I do trim it, but
yeah,
his hair grow back quick.
Yeah. You all right?
Why you asking me about?
Because you look a little tired.
I'm a little tired.
All right, well, we about to get into this. We ain't playing tonight. Patrons, y'all all right?
So we doing questions again, y'all. We love y'all keep sending these questions and we love these questions. But this question here,
this is literally going to be one question.
This question here, and I really hope she's listening tonight. This question here, it was near and dear to my heart because I am too a little OCD when it comes to cleaning the house. But we gonna let wifey read
this question was a whole page long, so I really hope she's listening.
She was vetting, girl. We felt you. You had to get this off your chest.
Off your chest, like legit off.
Off for real.
Off. Okay, so for all things Mobleys, make sure you go tune in to our website, momentswiththemobleys.com. Make sure you have us on your radar for YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all those your social media handles. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to do some TikToks. What you say you didn't know? You knew, sir.
I do videos and then they come out. Cause I got a bad team. We got a bad team. Swati and me, they bad. They raw like that. But I do video and then they come out.
So we're still going to the gym, y'all. pray our strength because these last couple times have been we've been tired.
Yeah, she had an attitude.
Oh no, you were sick too. He was sick, y'all. So
I was a
he
little
was under the weather. Yeah.
Had a little cough, but it's all
A little
right.
cold too.
Now, back in the day, you have a little cough in public. "Hey, you all right, sir? Yes. Now you cough, you shut a whole wing down.
Yeah,
You said,
basically.
Joe be like, all right, you need to go on back in the house with that COVID cough.
Yeah.
I just got a little.
And then the change of weather and stuff like that or whatever.
Yeah. But
I
I'm
don't
all right.
like it when you don't feel good though.
Yeah, my energy don't be where it need to be.
Yeah.
But I'm all right. We gonna keep it pushing.
Well. You are well. We are going to y'all, we got some exciting news and God is good. Let me just say that. And so I promise we'll be able to share it soon. You excited about it, Mob? I know you are.
I am.
And so we'll be, like I said, we'll be able to share it soon. I know y'all be like, well, how y'all gonna say that and then not gonna say it?
Y'all
and we do that. We do that. We say that to other people too, who be like, well, we got something to say. We have exciting news. Okay, so just say it. But it's coming. We promise.
And we told y'all about another little side piece we was doing. We it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
So we say all that to say we truly appreciate all of your support.
And we working, y'all.
Yeah.
We working.
Yeah. So listen, we're gonna get into it as our 7-year-old grandboy said one time. We about to get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is a topic, like Johnny said, we both can we've been through this. Let me say this. The story is not the same, but we have experience with this. And so again, we hope
we hope
the listener, the person who wrote this sees it, whether when this airs or at some point in time. It says, my husband is irritating me. I am big on cleaning personally, and I believe that there's a right way to clean. My husband will sit in a dirty house for as long as I allow it to sit. I've tested it. The longest I could hold out is an entire month. Okay. He won't pick up his clothes or put his shoes where they belong. The only chores I have for him is to take out the trash every day, pick up his clothes and shoes, and occasionally tighten doorknobs and pot handles. He can't even do that. Every time I say he doesn't clean enough, he says that he cleans sometimes, maybe 3 times a year improperly, or that he can only clean his way and that it isn't up to my standards. Yes, I have tried to show him how to do the things in a particular, it says, yes, I have tried to show him how to do the things. I'm particular about, just like I've learned the things he's particular about. He then catches an attitude and acts hurt, which makes me just give up on trying to expect anything more from him. This is his attitude whether I'm working 60 plus hours or I'm a homemaker, and she says it's proven. The issue is that it's starting to feel like he's my child. I've been tempted to call him son to aggravate him. This is changing how much I want to have sex with him as well. Like, why would I want to give him some and he can't even take the trash out? It's a small thing building into a big thing. However, I don't want to accept that he won't clean and then it weighs on me and I don't want to talk about it again and be made out to be the villain again. This man will literally go make me breakfast in bed, which is super sweet, but I can't enjoy it because I know the kitchen is a mess. I'll have to take up the dishes, wash them, etc. Am I tripping? Please let me know. I'm trying hard to see the situation from a different point of view so that I can cling on to positivity for a little bit longer. I'd honestly hope that I'm tripping because I can change myself, but I'm tired of trying to change a grown ASS man. He doesn't like being told what I need for him to do. Okay, fine, you're grown. However, when I ask, it's a 3 to 7 business day wait period. Side note, he wasn't always like this. When we first got together, he didn't mind doing the dishes, etc. Sometimes I feel like he's trying to pay me back because my libido changed after we had our first child. I no longer have the energy to drop it low whenever, wherever. I don't think his sexual needs are being met, but I'm trying my best remedies, doctor visits. I don't think his sexual needs are being met, but I'm trying my best remedies, doctor visits, spiritual, all of that. But now that my libido is going back up, I look around and I'm turned off. Maybe it's just me, IDK. Let me know. Somebody, anybody. That's a lot, y'all. A
She
whole
was
lot.
venting. She was venting.
She was venting.
She was venting.
However, let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
Mm. All right, so I'm gonna say this real quick. You said, let me find it.
We're gonna start at the top. She's
Okay.
big on cleaning, and she believes that there's a right way to clean.
Yeah. So right there, she's big on cleaning and there's the right way to clean. Well, I'm gonna assume the right way is your way.
Right.
I'm gonna go on to say that. So if he does want to clean, so I if you were here, I would have a couple of questions, like, are you anal when it comes to cleaning, or somebody helping you clean?
Like you can be a little bit too.
A little bit. Um, if somebody help you clean, you got the attitudes. Take deep breath. Go back over, do stuff different. Cause they help you and you ain't like the way it's done, so you go back and do it over. That'll make me not want to help you.
Well, she says she's shown him how to do it before.
Yeah.
He knows how to do it.
Yeah. All right. So if you've been watching our podcast, you'll know that this was a huge, pretty huge issue
for us.
For us.
Yeah.
I am the OCD dude. I want to clean. I want stuff ordered, organized, structured, and I have a million reasons why. Whereas my wife, she is a little different. Not now. We pretty much on the same page now. But before it was a lot. And if you listen to our podcast, one of the things that I found out about my wife was that she was depressed when we had all the kids and she wanted interaction, and we were still pretty young when we had all our girls. So, her transitioning into motherhood was one thing. Her transitioning into motherhood times 5, that was something different. So it was completely different on how it was. And that was a lot. But at the time I didn't know that because I was providing. That's what I felt that I needed to do, was provide. So I was making money, bringing the money home, doing what I had to do. And I thought that should have been enough. But because we couldn't talk, communicate at the time, we didn't find our rhythm. We just kind of assumed the different things. I assumed she didn't want me, and because I couldn't make her happy, because when I tried to talk to her, she would cry. And what did you assume about me? I forgot.
You said, what did I assume about you?
Yeah, I assumed that you didn't want me, and you assumed what?
At which point?
At the cleaning point. To start? No.
That nothing satisfied you.
Yeah. So
I was the one home with the kids all day.
So we had all kind of assumptions of what we thought. The communication sucked at the time, so we couldn't really talk. But it was, and the reason I said that was because there were other underlying things that connected to the core thing that kind of made that part highlighted. So my whole thing was she didn't want to clean, she wasn't a good housewife, but not realizing all the other stuff that was attached to that. So one thing I would say is,
So you think he got some stuff
it
attached to
might
him?
be, it might be something going on.
Mm-hmm.
I can, the one thing that I can tell you, one thing that a man want to do is be there for his wife. He wants to be the breadwinner. He wants to be the protector. He wants to be the person that comes in and saves the day. If you're very clear that helping you clean the house is not helping you at all, then yeah, he ain't gonna want to help you. Now, him not picking up his clothes, all that can be something else. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, it could be something else. It could just be something else. We can almost tell you him not cleaning is not the core of what's happening. It's something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say you probably know that it's probably something else because of some of the stuff you said in your question, but it just can't be this because he wasn't like this in the beginning. So something happened, something changed. So that'll be my first.
Well, I think my question to maybe get your viewpoint on it is he working? Because
Well, she didn't say.
right,
But this is now what the biggest thing about this question is an emotional question. So it's in her perspective.
right, okay,
So a lot of stuff that she's saying, she didn't say that he doesn't work.
right,
So because if that was the case, I'm pretty sure she probably would have put that in here somewhere.
right.
But she does say she does work. And she says she has been the one to work and she's stayed at home and was a homemaker. So he works. But she's tried both parts. She's tried working and him and her working,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming, and them splitting the stuff and coming home and getting it done together. And she's tried him working with her being home and taking care of the kids and everything.
So why don't they just get a housekeeper?
Well, that was gonna be the simpler thing. It's and that's what I wanted to say. See, it's a lot of different ways this can go because that's why I say it's something deeper. Because there's a lot of solutions to this. There's a lot of solutions to this. I don't think you're tripping as far as I don't think you're tripping as far as what you're talking about. Because I'm telling you, I feel you with the cleaning thing. But at some point in time, you got to allow your spouse and their process to happen. So you have to allow that to happen, and then y'all have to come up with solutions. Y'all have to be solution minded. It can't be your way or no way. It can't be the way you clean the right way. It just can't be. Y'all a couple, so y'all have to come up with y'all right way of doing this stuff. And if this is your strength, then like Deirdra said, if you need to hire somebody to come in and do a deep cleaning, and then y'all just, keep stuff up until they come back, then do that. But let's talk about what it's really about. I don't think this is the core thing of what's going on. I really don't.
Okay, so she's saying that the issue is that he's starting to feel like her child. And I can see where that can come into play. Because if it comes to I remember there was a couple that their story wasn't exactly the same, but the wife used to feel real irritated because the husband would not, just would not. For some reason, remember his clothes couldn't make it in the hamper. For some reason.
And he had a reason why.
Right. His clothes just couldn't make it to the hamper. And so like we told them when we were in, it was a group setting. And what we told them was, just think about the fact of the small thing that she's asking you to do. You know, can you meet her halfway?
Yeah,
Remember?
come up with a solution.
Right.
So his thing, she wanted him to put his clothes in the dirty clothes hamper. His thing was because of the job that he had, his clothes had like some oils and stuff on it that he didn't want to, mix
Stain
with
the
the
other clothes.
other clothes.
Hmm.
So he wouldn't put it in the dirty clothes hamper. He would put it on the floor right beside it. And she didn't like that. But somehow they never had that conversation of why he was doing what he was doing. She just know he wanted him to put it in the dirty clothes hamper, and she just couldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So the solution was for them to come up with a solution. They just came up with something. I think what wound up happening is that they wound up
Or get another hamper or
they
something
got
like that or whatever.
two hampers for him to put his work clothes in, and the problem was solved
Yeah.
just like that.
And I remember we were on our way. We got a call from them, and she was so excited because now he was putting his clothes in the hamper. And so that situation was resolved by a simple conversation. By him, instead of her assuming that he just wasn't willing to meet her halfway and put his clothes in the hamper, it went to them having the conversation. And, well, think about this, guys. What can be the remedy for this situation? He is, on his end, you're thinking he's being inconsiderate, but in essence, he was trying to be considerate to not soil her, pieces.
Yeah.
And so basically they, just went and got another hamper. Why does it, and I know you're probably wondering, why does it take somebody else to point that out when it seemed like that should have been such an easy fix? Or they could have just come to that resolution on their own.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you're in the thick of a thing, especially in a relationship, in a marriage, sometimes because life is happening and a lot is going on, you get to the point to where that whole hamper and the clothes not going in it, that was blown out of complete proportion. What's the word? Complete. That was born. That was blown out of proportion. There it is. And so that seemed like that was a whole mountain to them.
Yeah.
Like it legit did. But it wasn't. It was just the fact that all these other things were getting in the way of just having that one simple conversation about him explaining his reason for not putting in there, and her saying, okay, now I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. And so for you, wifey, who actually puts, is irritated by your husband, Johnny and I think that anything that can be worked through, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to take two people, from the smallest things to the larger things and the more in-depth and, intimate things, that is possible, that it can be worked out. She says sometimes he'll clean up maybe 3 times a year improperly, or he tries to do it his way.
Improperly.
The thing about that is, like Johnny was saying at the beginning, because you're saying that it's not the right way,
the way you want it,
then the pushback from him probably is to make you understand and kind of show you, if you would say, oh, I'm gonna show you. Because I'm not get. Sometimes it is a rebellious spirit in the house. Like, what you're not gonna do is tell me what to do because you're not my mama.
And that could very well be one of the reasons. It's so one of the things, I'm gonna skip down to the bottom. I know you put in here about your libido and everything, and that's a very natural thing that happens when you have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably did strain the relationship some, and y'all probably never talked about it. So it is some things that can happen. But one of the things that you put in here, I had it.
Now, how you had it, and you
I had
lost
it
already?
earlier, but you said let's start from the top. So
Were you talking about that he doesn't like being told by her what she needs him to do?
no, All right, so here it is. Honestly, hope that I'm tripping because I can change myself. Very, very true statement.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
very true statement.
Yeah.
But I've tried. I'm tired of trying to change a grown AWS man. You would never do that. You will never change. The one person that you have 100% control over is yourself, sweetie. That's it. You don't even have control over your children like that. You have to be a great leader, and we talk about this. You have to be a great leader and an influencer when it comes to certain things in your household. Yes, they're your kids. They should respect and honor you. They should do these things, but you have to very well put stuff in place for that to actually happen, for you to get that response. So, with that being said, you're not going to be able to change him. The one thing with my wife, when me and my wife were in our petty moments, the one thing that she could not ever do is tell me how to do it right. Now, way different now. I receive correction. I receive suggestions. I receive all that because we're a team, and I get that.
Yeah.
And the outcome we want is to be successful. And I'm not the person with all the answers. So I need to be a team, but it took us a while to get there.
Right.
But the one thing you cannot do is do some of the stuff you're saying. Now, based on your letter, you said a lot of good stuff in here where you said, and what I mean good stuff, you gave us a lot of meat, which means you said the part about he's like a kid, one of the kids, and sometimes you want to call him your son. Now, being that you put that in the letter, I'm sure
Have you said it, sis?
you done said something.
Similar.
You done said
Similar.
something to that extent.
Right.
And y'all probably not had words about that. But the one thing you can't do, you got to be kind. You cannot not be kind, but want to receive kindness from someone else. That just can't happen. And I mean,
but she's at a point to where she's irritated.
So
then you begin to lash out because now it's literally like she said, I'm not now. I feel like I'm gonna treat you like my child because you won't do pitch in to help. If I'm working, I'm taking care of the kids and all these things or whatever. But 9 times out of 10,
that's the key thing though.
What?
We targeted on the helping to clean up,
right?
But the key thing is you want help.
Yeah.
You want your husband to help you.
Yeah.
It's a teamwork. You want help. And right now you feel like the minute thing that he can do is clean. Joker, you can pick up your clothes. You got to do something. Yeah, but you can do this part. And if I get you to do this part, then maybe you'll do something else. But you want help. And I think that's where the true issue lies at. That's the part of the root issue. You want help.
But at this point, when she said he doesn't like being told what I need for him to do. Okay, fine, you're grown. However, when I ask, it's a 3 to 7 business day wait period. So I do feel like it's some pettiness in here.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's more that's going on because it just didn't start with him rebelling with not cleaning.
Yeah.
Because he don't want you to tell him what to do. So do y'all have the type of relationship where he feels like like you trying to be the man in the relationship? Could that be?
That's good.
Is that good?
That's good.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
So because him trying to prove himself can be manifested in a lot of ways
but
when he thinks that he doesn't, is not the leader or the man of his house and have been, like he's been stripped of that because and we just, doing a play on this. If any of this is correct for you, then by all means take what we're saying and try to, use it to help your situation. But it could be that because I remember back in the, earlier parts of our marriage, you would tell me, don't. Of course, you would say this sometimes, but I know you'd be playing. But there was a time when you said it, and you weren't playing. Don't try to quiet my voice.
Yeah.
Don't try to quiet my voice. And why I say that is because it can make, of course now I'm older, I'm more mature, but it can, a woman unknowingly, because some are not even conscious of what they're doing, but when you try to be the dominant person in the relationship, and never, you always running your mouth, like always running your mouth, then for a man, some men feel like, well, I'm not about to try to compete with you, to wear the pants, as they say, or whatever. And so they do become quiet.
Yeah.
Or like I said, or it manifests in some way. And I think a
Drinking
lot
or
of this
something.
is
Yeah.
screaming that to me.
Something is, yeah. Something is happening.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
is happening. Let me tell you something, and this is not an excuse. Being a man, most men, only thing they know, only thing they know for sure as far as manhood is that they are male and they got a penis, and that's what they do. They supposed to do certain things. They don't ask a whole lot of questions. Once they get married, they have kids. They know they're supposed to provide, but it's a lot of other stuff, tools that you need. Men are nurturing too. They need to be there for their kids. They need to have moments where they have conversations, where they be in the room and don't say nothing. It's just certain things. I always say 90% of both parents, 90% of your parenting comes from you being present, not knowing everything to say, not knowing how to do it, but it's being present. That's what it is. And you're a role model to your kid, whether you are in his life or not, because at some point in time they go talk about a parent. So that part of it is very, very relevant. But what 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 has to happen is he don't know, and you got to allow him to figure it out at some point. And this is the part me and Deidre always talk about it. So at some point in time, you said something about, did she talk about leaving?
Um No, I don't necessarily.
I know
No,
she didn't talk about
she
leaving.
didn't say, I want to leave or just whatever. She just said that she's trying to figure out how to deal with it and try to get him to,
Yeah.
get him to buy into helping, and picking up his clothes and being consistent. She want consistency with him, and
So
not, for him to be doing these petty things. And he did it when they first got, married
together.
and
And
stuff
you
like
used to
that.
drop it
So
like a low. You used to drop it
yeah,
low and all that. So here's the thing: the process and stuff has changed with you. So being that the stuff has changed with you, that might bother them a lot. I really believe all y'all really need to do is have a conversation. You can't change him. You got to
or
figure.
conversations.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can't change him. That's not your goal here. Your goal is not to change him.
Because
Your
it's
goal
not
is
gonna happen, sis.
yeah, your goal is to find the rhythm. Find y'all rhythm. We got a book that's gonna be coming out, and it's gonna be called the Perfect Recipe for Your Relationship. You have to create what works for you.
Yeah.
If you got stuck in your mind as a certain way, certain things supposed to happen and supposed to move and supposed to shift and all this, and you haven't talked it over with him, you haven't communicated with him to figure out what his role is in it, if you need to change something, this, that, and the other. Now, if you dictating to him what you feel like certain things need to happen, because you've already said in your letter that, he don't clean the right way,
Mm-hmm.
which means that's your way. Because everybody got a certain way they do certain things. That
Mm-hmm.
don't make it right, but that's what it is. Me and my wife have things we do, and in our mind, it's the right way because it's our way. We've agreed upon it, and that's our solution. That's what we agreed upon, and that's our answer. That's what we get success out of this certain area. So that's how we
Right.
do it. But we came up with that together. We created that together. If you're trying to create it by yourself, it's not gonna work,
Mm-hmm.
and not be in a marriage. All the things you say he do. So I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think you think he's a bad guy.
Right.
I
Because she
do,
didn't mention.
yeah.
She didn't mention leaving.
But I do think everything that you're saying is screaming that you want help
Yeah.
from him. So it just don't sound like it got just to do with this cleaning stuff. It sounds like it has a lot to do with a lot of different things. But just think about this. If you've been saying little stuff, because let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
We say we throw shade.
Petty,
We throw shades and we do
petty.
stuff. Now we might have 100 things we want to say, but we won't say nothing but 2 or 3 of them because we just need to get it off our chest, and you need to, and just need to.
Right.
I don't want to hit you. Yeah,
Right.
I ain't gonna hit you in your face or punch you or choke you out like I want to, but.
But I'm about to call you little boy.
All right, Darius. You acting like the churn in here.
Right.
You acting like the churn. Billy, go pick your stuff up. Susan, stop doing that. Darius, pick your clothes up off the floor. I got to put all y'all in place just like the churn.
Right.
Yeah, you probably done said.
Yeah.
You probably done said.
We almost bet.
Yeah.
What they say, I bet $1.
So it's a lot of stuff that's been said
Yeah.
that can definitely isolate and stifle him to not move. If he's trying to figure it out, and the one person he's trying to figure it out, he feel like he's trying to figure it out for, he don't feel like he can do nothing right, then yeah, sis, he ain't about to do nothing. I please go to our website, www.momentswiththemobleys.com.
Go ahead.
What happened?
I was counting the W's in my head. Well, out loud, really. Go ahead.
You was.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Was that enough W's?
Uh-huh. See, that's pettiness.
momentswiththemobleys.com. Order one of my books. I talk about this in there. I talk about the different levels. I talk about the different stages of what men go through as they walk this journey called life. It's called the GPS of a man's journey. And one of the big things in there I talk about is manhood. It's a real thing. And there's a lot of men out here who call themselves a man and do all this stuff and have no idea what it is, what it consists of. Yeah. Manhood is a real thing. It's an evolving, mature thing, and it changes. It's an actual journey. We talk about marriage being a journey, but manhood is actually a journey. Because you have to change.
Shoot,
you got
womanhood
to evolve.
is a journey too.
Exactly. I'm about to say the same thing. So this stuff, this thing we live in, you got to evolve. You have to change.
Yeah.
You have to grow. You have to mature. You have to do these things.
Yeah.
Because things change. You change. Physically, you change.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff change. So you living in the world with the same person. Things are changing with you and that person. And things around in life are changing. And it ain't always for the good in your situation. So you got to be able to grow and mature and evolve and continue to work with your partner
and not against each other.
Yeah, we got to remember you got on the same team. Sweetie,
we say that to him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to do the same thing, bro. You got to work with it. You got to put in the work. And y'all got to have real conversations.
Right.
Y'all got to have real conversations. I had to tell my wife. She didn't know she was doing it. She's a person that handles stuff. So when she's handling stuff, she do stuff, and I'll be like, well, babe, I'm going to go ahead and do nothing. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and sit down. I got it. Hey, don't shush me. I used to tell her, don't hush my mouth. Listen to what I got to say. You ain't finna just hush me and act like I ain't got nothing to say. Then she would start listening. But I had to get to a place where when we communicated, I had to say that because she didn't know she was doing that. And it wasn't that I wasn't a strong man or nothing, but in other areas of my life, I was raw. I was a bad dude. I handled business. I was a leader. I was sharp. But in my household, I was still trying to figure it out because once I thought I had it, this joker changed, and then the girls changing and stuff changing, and my job, it's just every time I thought I had it, I got it. I got a hand on it, and then next thing I know, it slipped away, and I was like, so, I'm thinking, okay, you got to make the right decision. How do you know it's the right decision? She got to make the right, but she making moves because this is what she did with the girls. Everybody she took care of. Different levels, different times, different personalities, all that. When they was me, when they were with me and without Deirdra, like whenever she went somewhere or did something and I had to take care of them, they automatically changed their perspective because they knew daddy gonna make dinner and it's gonna be one thing. And then we gonna have to take out what we don't want, add in what we want, because this is what we eat tonight. Daddy ain't finna make nothing else. This is it. So he gonna make sure we got dinner. It's gonna be nice and hot. He gonna ask suggestions, but when he bring this to this table, 3 of us might want this, really, really want this. The other 2, we don't know. So it's gonna be different things. So when that happened, we had to actually tell her that. I had to actually tell her that. I had to say certain things. We good, Jay? Okay. I didn't know if we needed to stop for a minute or not. Okay. So, but the one thing you can't do, you can't change. So that's the one. So we need to give you some advice tonight. The one we definitely, you need to go ahead and setting it in your mind that you're not going to be able to change him. That does not need to be your goal. Change will happen, but during his process and how it needs to happen, just like with you. You know, certain things come up that change that you're ready for and you're not ready for. Your libido going down after you had a baby, you wasn't ready for that.
You had no control over that.
Yeah, but
really.
It happened.
Yeah.
And although you might have wanted in your mind, you might have wanted your husband and wanted to satisfy him, your body was saying, nah,
Yeah. And if for some reason he is holding that against you, then
that's a conversation.
He's wrong.
Yeah, and
for doing that.
It needs to be a conversation. See, it's so many different things that this can be because a conversation hasn't been had.
Right.
You got to have a real conversation. Got to be transparent because.
Sorry.
No, you good. It
mature conversation.
It got to be there because this is the one thing. When me and Deirdra finally got to that place, when we had started having those conversations, the first thing that we said was, okay, all right, so yeah, I be saying I'm leaving and stuff, and then I come back because I want my family. That's the truth. I be mad. I say, you know what? I'm good. It ain't me. It ain't you. It's me. I'm just gonna leave. I don't think we good for each other. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and go. And she would say, no, don't go. You know, until she didn't say that. And then she was like, all right, well, do what you do. And then I'm just glad to make sure I take care of it.
I don't think you ever gave me the opportunity to say don't go.
Well, you never said it because you wasn't that communicator. You cried.
Right. But you left.
Yeah. Because I mean.
And I didn't know it until after you left.
Well, whatever. See, that's the shade right there. I don't remember.
That's my petty side.
I don't remember, but
yeah, you never gave me a forewarning that you were leaving.
But
of course, I didn't want you to go. But I would of course never verbalize that to you because I ain't no punk.
Yeah, that's the conversation.
That was my stance.
So when we did have the conversation, everything came out like, yeah, I leave, but that ain't what I'm trying to do. I'm just tired. You don't care for me, like you don't like me. I'm trying to do everything, but you cry when I try to talk to you. So I don't make you happy. I make you sad most of the time. Ergo, you always crying. So, and she like, nah, that ain't it. I have emotions, don't know how to really express them like that. And, you know, that ain't what that is. It's just not what that is. But when she did tell me what it was, you know, I'm home with the kids. I didn't. You know, I knew I wanted to marry you, you know, and I was okay, you know, we getting married and we gonna figure this thing out. But yeah, the babies, Joker, it was a lot. And my body went through a lot. And emotion was everywhere. And, you know, when I did want to talk or when I did want to Joker, you wasn't here. You was working 12, 14, 16 hours. And then when you came home, you wasn't trying to talk.
That's what he said. He was at work.
Anyway. Pettiness.
Okay, so, it's petty. It's the petty in me.
So, and we saying all this so you can see how this thing
different scenarios.
It unfold and always a core A, the byproduct is him. You're frustrated and irritated with him not cleaning.
Him not picking up.
Him not
Him
picking
not being
up.
consistent with the trash.
He's not doing that.
Yeah.
But you still see good. He's cooking breakfast for you.
Mm-hmm.
But in your mind, you already thinking about the kitchen messy. He probably he didn't clean it before he cooked.
Right.
So he just probably washed what he needed to use. Then once he did that, it's more junk.
Right.
So he brought this to me, and how can I enjoy the breakfast? Because now I'm thinking about who will clean the kitchen. So sometimes you got to just take the moments. That was a win.
She said she waited for a whole month to see if he was gonna clean.
And that ain't
that's
what that is.
Never the remedy.
So let me tell you what that did. The only thing that did was gave you more stuff to clean.
Right.
That's basically what that did.
Basically.
You waited a month, so now you got more stuff to clean, which made you madder because now instead of having a day or two, you had a whole month of stuff to clean.
Right.
And he saw it. Y'all living his life together. He saw it.
Yeah.
So, and that's how you, and that's another thing. You think his perception of what he saw and what he see and yours was two different things. And you got to remember, this doesn't come from just physical sight.
Yeah.
This come from where your mental is at. This come from where your heart is at. This come from what you thinking.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
What's happening, what's not happening. You know, is things good at
if he's the man you need to be, you know, he not coming through for you in certain things, and you voicing that you ain't happy about it, and you know, I can't do nothing. So it's a lot of stuff, and a lot of people don't get that. That's where your perception come from. Right. That's where you see from.
Yeah.
So that's why you can put stuff. You can put 4 or 5 different scenarios or situation in front of people. And people get different stuff because of what's going on in their life and what they actually see. You see from more than just your eyes. You really do. So I really think, so we was giving nuggets. So one thing I need you to realize, let me free you from this. You can't change nobody.
Nobody.
Even your babies. You can't change
just
them.
Yourself. Just, oh no.
The only person you can change is yourself. So that's number 1. So you freed from that. Number 2, communication. Number 3, communication. Number 4, listen, communication. Y'all got to talk about your whole life in detail. Because it sounds like a lot of stuff, some
that
stuff
hasn't been said.
And layers just done been put on them. So now you got byproducts of stuff that you're looking at as an issue where the issue is really something deeper.
Yeah.
So y'all got to have conversations.
So now it's get back, and now that's what's manifested: get back and rebellion and what I'm not gonna do because I'm grown. Now you getting all of that, and that's the rebellious or it could be the hurt inside of him from everything that has been said or hasn't been said, hasn't been talked about, or maybe it has been talked about and it wasn't handled the right way. And if you, again, we always say it, if you need help, y'all get a third party if that's what y'all need.
Third party.
So y'all can be given another perspective on things. Yeah.
And let me tell you, the one thing, through conversation, you come up with solutions. Yeah. So if you know that his sexual needs are not being met, then that's probably a frustration for him as well. Mm-hmm. And where you're thinking that he's probably playing get back, what if he just feels like it's all a part of the man that he thinks you see him as? So he can't do nothing right. He can't make good decisions. He's not a help. And now you don't even want him sex. You don't even see him attractive sexually. Mm-hmm. So what if in his mind he's just thinking, well, why am I still here? Why am I still here? And so this is where my mind thinks. I think from this way because it's my background. So I always know that there's a core reason why stuff is happening.
Right. And so now he's over here having these thoughts of not knowing, how she's really feeling, or she may have voiced how she's really feeling, but then she's over here wondering, why can't you be the man that you were when we got married?
Yeah.
Because he's not the man that you were when y'all got married.
You're
and
not
of course,
the
he
woman.
may be thinking, right, you're not the woman that you were when y'all got married, and you've evolved, and age doesn't always equal maturity. Let us throw that in there as well. So it just has to be, like we said, a mature conversation that happens. Get a third party if you need a third party to help you all maneuver this. But 9.999 times out of 10, again, like Johnny said, this is just the byproduct of what's really going on.
Yeah.
You didn't have any control over your libido when you after you had babies and all these things. And of course, because this is such a mountain in your marriage now, there's no physical attraction. That's kind of weaning because he ain't helping. And how can I be affectionate with you when you're not, because we as women, that's what we thinking when our man is helping and providing and supporting and all these things. Of course, that brings out, makes him even more attractive.
Yeah.
But of course, when y'all feuding and fuming and you looking at, you gonna call him little boy or son or whatever, that ain't drawing no intimacy and affection and all these things. At the end of the day, it's a trick of the enemy to divide your house.
And that's
to divide you all in your marriage.
And as long as you look at the reason I'm unhappy or the reason he irritating me is because he don't clean, then that's what the enemy wants you to stay at.
Absolutely.
Right there. Because if you try to fix that, I can guarantee you there's something else that'll pop up.
Yep.
If you don't deal with the core thing, something else will pop up.
Yeah.
So you can't drop it like it's low no time. Tell him to get down there. You go drop it one time low, and then he can get it.
Right. There's a way to do it.
Just get it from there. Ain't gonna be no numerous of dropping. You gonna get one good drop, boo.
Listen, I'm not the spring chicken that I used to be. Right. We ain't spring chickens like we used to be.
Come on.
Boy, Johnny was never a chicken, but I'm not the spring chicken that I used to be, and he knows once I drop it, it's there.
Yeah. What you gonna do? The drop is coming. And believe me,
I'm a drop.
The drop is gonna be epic. What you ain't gonna get is several drops. That's not gonna happen. These knees ain't saying that no more. And by the time I get down here, the second drop ain't gonna be sexy at all. Because I got to get up. So I'm gonna have to, post myself at me. Yeah, so that's gonna throw everything out. So I'm finna drop it this one good time.
Or it may be another, way that works better, with the woman that I am now. And y'all got to figure even that out. Like, this is stuff that y'all can work through. We promise y'all can.
Yeah.
But y'all got to put in the work and do the work and get the help if you need the help. And it sounds like you probably do, because y'all are, he's good in that petty stage now. I'm about to show you what I'm about to do and what I'm not about to do.
Yeah.
And you not about to tell me, because I'm not one of the kids. You may think I am, but I'm about to do what I want to do. And you going to deal with it.
Did she just call me my government name?
Mm-hmm.
And she put me in the line with the sun. Yeah, don't.
Absolutely.
Don't do it.
It's happening.
And look here, man. Husband.
What you got for
me? What you feel like you do not have?
Excuse me.
I need you to look in your house and see what you have. You're providing. You have a wife. You got kids. Yeah, it's a little rocky right now. But you have provided. What we don't do as men a lot of times is we sow seed, but we never go back and look at the harvest that actually came from that seed. Mm-hmm. We sow seed and we keep moving. And we sow seed and we keep moving. And we sow seed and we keep moving. Then 10 years, 15 years from now, in our mind, we ain't did nothing.
Yeah.
But you gotta look at the seeds you have sowed.
Yeah.
Manhood ain't about your junk. Manhood ain't about you just being a male. Manhood is about the decisions and the choices that you make as a leader of your household.
Yeah.
And then you keep building on that.
Yeah.
You keep building on that. You keep building on that. That's what that is. The easy answer to your question, ma'am, hire maid service. That still ain't gonna stop the issues going on in your household, though. You can get this house
Right.
clean.
Right.
You can get this house clean. The money, it ain't that. Once a month, get somebody to fall through, do a deep cleaning, spend that $200 or whatever it is, you good. Because
Yeah.
you're spending $200 on something. So the stuff, it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But once you fix that one layer of what it is, all your problems, all the stuff is not going to go away.
Right.
Because it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. Y'all need to have conversations. Y'all need to talk. Y'all need to go get some help if you need it. But it's conversations need to be had.
Excuse me.
And I would say immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. Because this is one thing. You tripping? You tripping on the wrong thing.
Right.
Yeah. You are tripping, but you tripping
On
if
the
you think
wrong thing.
you tripping if you think it's because of the cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Then yeah, you tripping. Y'all'll be fine if y'all do this stuff. Yeah, just put the tools in place. Put the tools in place to help you get where you gotta get at, man. That's it. People think this thing is hard.
Yeah.
The hardest thing is making them decisions
Yeah.
and accept the certain things. Once I knew I can't change Deidre. Her process is her process. She ain't about to clean as good as I do. I'm the master cleaner. I clean, but you know what she do? She hire people to clean. She makes sure daddy house clean. That's it. Problem solved. Problem solved. And she probably think, why I ain't thought about this a long time, because now she want a clean house too. So we both be in a clean house, spotless, pay a little money to get something done, and then we maintain it till the next time it happens. If you fix the cleaning part of it, that ain't gonna solve all your problems, sweetie.
Yeah.
It's not. So have a conversation. And if you're looking for help, go on the website, order the book, GPS of a Man's Journey, by Johnny Mobley Jr. Order the book. It's a real easy read. Read through it. It navigates you through the mind of a man and what we think. I wrote the book to help women better understand our process. And it's just not my process. It's many different men's process in that book on how they see stuff and how they process stuff. It is. And it'll help you.
Yeah. And there's a consultation button on there as well.
Yeah.
If you'd like it from us. Let us help coach you through and give you the tools, some more tools for your toolbox.
And we can work it out. It'll be a safe place for you
Yeah.
to get what you need to get out. And we will equip. We will equip you. And if it's not us, whoever it is, whoever that may be, but get some help and get in a place and y'all talk this thing out. Put this stuff on the table.
So y'all can get
and dissect
healthy.
it. Yeah.
And
Dissect it.
lead and, raise your kids and, have a fruitful life and have a whole lot of love making going on because the Lord made it and it's good.
Yeah. And how you mean you ain't turned on? That man bought you breakfast in bed.
Because that part of her wasn't turned on. She was thinking about
I know
what he don't do. So
But
you know that
you got the
that just chopped the nut and threw it in the trash can.
So you got to savor the moments. Sometimes it ain't about looking past stuff. The way you build this thing up, me and Deidre savor the moments. When we have moments, we are all in that moment. All in. Because trust me, tomorrow ain't promised. The next minute ain't promised. So when wonderful stuff happen, especially when you kind to each other, your spouse, then you got to receive that and savor it and enjoy that moment. Like fully enjoy it. Don't just bypass it. Don't do that. Thinking you got tomorrow and the next day or next week. Don't do that. Be in a rude awakening. Rude awakening. We just had our great friend on the podcast, and he talked about his losing his spouse.
Unexpectedly. But the one thing that he told us to never forget is to love lavishly.
Yeah,
And so we encourage y'all to.
absolutely. Bo, you got anything else? Well, that was just one question. Oh Lord.
I told you that was just one question. That was
Well,
a
we
whole
hope.
lot
We hope.
that it helped.
Yeah, we hope that
Yeah,
helped.
absolutely. I do have one question before we hang it up.
Well,
How long should love making last?
well, I had a great philosopher told me. I heard him say,
He about to say something stupid, y'all. What'd he say?
One heavyweight bout.
Who was that philosopher?
The late great Bernie
I
Mac.
was getting ready to say, was that Bernie Mac? What'd he say, baby?
Bernie Mac say, stop all this hollering and you better get in and get yours. You don't get yours, I'm about to get mine. You better get yours. Stop playing.
How long is one heavyweight bout?
That joker said, Bernie Mac said one round heavyweight bout. He said, don't you get
One
in
round?
one.
Oh, no. Oh, how long is a
You
round?
get in this about a minute. What, a minute and 40 seconds, something like that, Jay?
No. A round is longer than a minute. And a heavyweight bout?
It might be.
It is. Isn't it about like, don't get me to lie.
I don't think it.
I'm about to find out.
Look it up.
What you say, where that question came from? I saw that today, that question.
How long? Love making should last as long as the people involved may it last.
Oh, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. It's a maximum of 12 rounds, where each round lasts 3 minutes for men and 2 minutes for women. Nah, I don't agree with that because
I'm getting in here.
I don't agree with that.
I'm getting in here. I'm giving it everything I got. Now, everything I got, it comes in levels. Some nights you catch me.
You see what heavyweight, bro?
I'm Hercules.
Lies you tell. That is not our marriage. Lies you tell.
I ain't said it was our marriage.
Right,
But what I'm saying
saying.
is, this is what it is.
Right.
Some nights you catch me. Hold yourself. You catching a cramp. You better take some salt. What's wrong? I don't need that leg no more. Throw it and put it on over there. I'm good.
Come on here, let's go.
Other moments.
You got me laughing at my doggone midsection hurt.
Listen.
Because he got me on that dang old
Other moments.
ab machine.
Other moments. All right, what you looking for tonight?
You see what you looking for?
What you looking for tonight?
Just close it out, Johnny, because you're crazy.
Are you looking for the bubble gum behind the hard candy? Or are you trying? Are you trying to go through the bag? Are you trying to go through the bag and find your favorite flavor? Tell you now.
Did you see the bubble gum behind the hard candy?
Tell you now.
It just ended the episode, Johnny.
But tell you
In
now.
the episode.
Tell me your favorite flavor. I'm gonna pull it out the bag. I'm gonna unwrap it for you. I need you to lick the lollipop when we get to the soft. Just go straight to it. Go on and bite it. Lick it about 4 times. Bite it. Let's go ahead.
You say, are you looking for the gum? The soft gum behind the
Just
lollipop. the hard part. Johnny, end the episode, please. You're crazy.
I'm just saying. Sometimes I got you. Go through the
That's
bag.
hilarious.
Take your time. Other times, what flavor you want? Here you Here you
You
go.
gonna crank it or Rick crank it too?
Hold on. Let me get it started for you. Go ahead.
Just in that episode, because you're crazy.
Again, we hope we help with the question.
Oh yeah, because we need y'all to get it together and build a thriving,
Healthy,
blessed,
whole-
fruitful marriage.
Please.
Yeah, beautiful marriage.
This has been Moments with the Mobleys. I am that dude, Johnny Mobley Jr.
And I'm his wife, Deirdra,
And we still something like an ordinary couple.
with extraordinary purpose.
Hey.
Night night.